Mr. Gadden. So our question is, what are two characteristics you would use to describe our generation, and can you explain why you use those characteristics?
Sure. It might seem seemingly contradictory, but I would say this: entitled, yet at the same time aspirational. There's a crippling sense of entitlement with far too many people. I might add, it goes way beyond your generation too. I'm finding this far too much with Americans. However, you did ask the question, so that's my response. Yet at the same time, I find aspirational attributes with so many people too. People do aspire to go beyond where they're at right now. It's just I'm not sure the work ethic is always there, hence entitled.
Thank you.
You're welcome, anytime.
Jamie, if I had to ask you two characteristics about our generation, then could you give me those and tell me why?
I would definitely say stereotypical, because people in today's society are always basing their lives around social media, movies, and TV shows, and they're following what everyone else is doing. And another one I would say is selfishness, because or ungratefulness, because we aren't really, a lot of us aren't really grateful for what we have, and no matter what or how much we get, it's never enough.
Thank you.
Could you please tell me a characteristic of my generation and tell me why you think it's why you think is a good characteristic of my generation?
A characteristic during your generation would be specialization in sports. Individuals like to focus all their energies on one specific sport because they're very good at it, they're talented. In comparison to the ones that don't, and because they have other talents in other sports, so all their energies are not focused on just one sport.
What would be two characteristics that you would describe our generation with?
One, I believe you have this feeling like you're empowered to certain things. Like most of you have some money, so your parents have provided a certain level for you. And then, I'm supposed to be looking this way?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. So, I'd rather look over here.
That's good. It's great.
So anyway, and so you don't feel like, basically, when you leave home, that you should ever live at a lower standard of living and work your way back up to that level. Just feel like I should start there. It's not realistic.
And one more?
One more. Not very hard working. Sort of blasé. It's like life just sort of passes us by. Not necessarily, even though you have all this internet stuff, you have all the computer stuff, basically you don't understand how to use them. And you see too many people getting themselves in trouble. Social media is killing you. Right? Like projects last year Mr. Schultz did over here, that will come back to haunt him someday.
No!
Those are the things that cause it.
No! Thank you very much.
Okay, so do you think that you could give me a characteristic of my generation and explain why you think it's a characteristic that describes my generation?
I can. The characteristic that I think is interesting about your generation is there's a level of openness that wasn't there in prior generations. I think with social media, you've grown up with lack of an expectation of privacy, and so you're a lot more open about sharing things that people might not have shared in the past.
Thank you.